Okay, hi losers. This is me. This is my 10 art style challenge. But not really. It's like cooking, but not really. Because I don't want to say I half-assed it, because I didn't. I did not. I worked very hard on these, but I for sure, I don't want to say that I could have worked harder, but I only did 5, so it's not 10. But I fully asked all of these, but it's only 5. So 10 art style challenges, but not really. The first art style is mine. I decided to draw 2 characters because I wanted to make it harder for myself. Technically though, it is 10 art style. I was trying to cheat my way out of it, saying that if I drew 2 times 5 is 10. Whatever. These are my characters. The tall one on the left is Silas, and the shorter one on the right is Red. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to talk about my art style. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it. Might even sound bad. I feel like I don't really have an art style, which is kind of weird. But it feels, I don't want to say it because people are gonna, whatever. It feels kind of generic to me. Like, I know it's not bad and I know it's not ugly and I'm not like ashamed of it. Honestly, I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm actually happy with the way my art looks. But I'm being so deadass when I say that. I feel like if someone completely copied my art style, like every single, like even the tiniest little details, and I saw it, I would not be able to recognize it as my own, like I only know that I drew stuff because I remember drawing it. Does that make sense? Like if someone else were to draw like this picture, whatever, I would be like, oh, that's a cool, like, oh, it looks nice. I would not recognize it as my own, is what I'm saying. Aside from that, I feel like I need to talk about like their world or whatever, because it's gonna come up later. I guess it's relevant. So in their setting, they have powers or whatever. This is so embarrassing to talk about. So Red, I don't want to talk about this. Okay, get over it. Red, he's more like a defense. They either have, I'm still figuring it out. Red, he can put up a like barrier that like shields people, but in turn, because I tried to be like, think about it fairly, where like, oh, they can't be like too overpowered, they have to like have a setback. So for him, I actually really like his idea. He, whatever like hits the barrier that he puts up, he gets the injury, so he can like protect other things and other people, but he gets the damage that would have happened to them, basically. And then Silas, I use his a lot less. I think about it a lot less because it's kind of like it's like very he can turn like into glass. It sounds so dumb, but he mainly uses it to fight. He's very good at it, so he like, it's very like sharp. How do I explain this? He mainly uses his hands to fight, and he basically cuts people. Yeah, that's really all he does. Basically though, they're like a cute little duo, because Silas gets into a lot of fights because he's very I don't know what's the word. He's basically just very cocky, and a lot of people want to fight him on it, so he does. He doesn't back off, but Red is the one who kind of like fixes it, when it starts to get bad for him, basically. The first style I chose to do was Soul Eater. No reason. I love Soul Eater, so why not? For a lot of these, I struggled for sure with the line art. because I don't like to do line art. I don't do it, and I didn't do it. I win. So basically what I had to do was manually thin out the lines of my sketch to fit the art style, since this a lot of animes in general have like very thin lines, and yeah, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like it would have been so much easier and faster if I did do line art, and I kind of realized that towards like when I was doing it. Still though, it is what it is. I've tried to explain this so many times. Okay, basically in Soul Eater there's weapons and there's meisters. The weapons, they're basically people who can just like turn into weapons. It doesn't matter, whatever. And the meisters basically use the weapons, like they use them. So in picking who was gonna be the weapon and who was gonna be the holder, it was kind of obvious who was gonna be who. So I made Silas the weapon and have Red wield him. That's honestly pretty much all I can say about this one. He's basically just a glass knife that Red holds. I don't know. I do want to say though that I feel like I could have made it, I don't know, it's hard, since nobody ever talks about how hard it is to copy someone's art style, because I don't know, it's just the way your brain works. When you fix things, when something doesn't look right, you fix them the way you fix them, but you have to fix them the way the person's art style, the person would fix them, you know? So it's hard. So I definitely could have done better, but I honestly, I didn't really study anyone's art style, truly. I kind of just like looked at them. I don't know if that was, yeah. Also, he's naked because, I'm gonna be honest, he's naked because I took advantage of the fact that they're naked inside the weapons. I did not feel like drawing clothes on him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like if I did, nobody cares, whatever. I don't want to say that this is like my best one, because it's barely the first. But I feel like it's so, like, such a simple art style that it's kind of easy. Like very easy and very. It's basically a really recognizable style that I feel like I recognize enough to be able to say that I feel like I did pretty well on it, you know? Okay, the next art style is the little, the Danganronpa little finishing argument thing or whatever. Because, okay, so I was playing the game, and that's like my favorite thing. I don't know, I just think it's such like a cute little art style, honestly, that I was like, I need to see my characters in that art style. So basically in Danganronpa, they're killing each other. They're like in school and they're killing each other. So I had to like come up with like a premise of like how it would happen. So in my canon story, whatever, Red actually dies. He fucking dies. He dies because he basically was doing what he always does, and he takes the hits that are meant for Silas. So Silas was supposed to be electrocuted by this one girl. I don't know who she is yet. I just know that she's gonna kill him. So he takes the hit for him, and he dies because of it. So I had to think of like how I would make it into the story, since like in this story it's just like normal people. So I thought, what if the girl was originally planning to kill Silas? So she like slides a little note under his door, but Red is the one that's in the room. So he's like, oh, the note says meet me at the pool. So he's like, oh, he's being dumb and doesn't think that someone's gonna out to get them. So he thinks that someone invited Silas to the pool, so he leaves the note there and heads to the pool, expecting Silas to return to his room and see the note and meet them at the pool. There, like a fun little pool party. Like whatever. So he meets the girl there. I don't know who she is. I really don't. Well, and then when his back is turned, she greets him like it's nothing. And then when his back is turned, she throws in the hairdryer, Silas's hairdryer. So then obviously Red dies. And then Silas finds the note eventually and gets to the pool and finds him dead in the pool. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that this art style was gonna be a lot easier than it was. Like, it's so simple, but I just, like, the face that I'm drawing right now, I couldn't get it right, and I still, even the finished product, I feel like it doesn't. And then, in, like, the original little, like, there are basically, like, little added effects to it to make it, like, more interesting, and I did not want to do that. I added I did backgrounds. Ugh, they suck though. Don't look at them. But you know what? I am gonna stroke my cock on this one. I think that the bottom right corner little panel or whatever, I think that one looks so good. I think that one looks like the style that I was going for. Like, exactly. Like that. Like, I'm like fully stroking my cock right now. Like, it looks good. It looks like it. I also feel the need for you to see my sacrifices, to have it be known that while I was looking for references, like style references, that I got spoiled. I got spoiled. So I'm playing the second one because fake fan or whatever. Shut up. I saw that they were on sale on the Switch for like they were super cheap. So I bought both the first and the second. The third one was like $20, and I was like, that's too much for me. So I didn't buy that one, but I bought the second one, and I'm playing the second one, and for some reason, whatever, I got spoiled, but I'm like towards the end, and it keeps going, it just doesn't end, bro, it doesn't, oh my god, like, by the end of, like, the actual, like killings or whatever, I was like 10 hours more played, like I had played 10 more hours in the original, and there's still more. I hated, okay, I had to put, this is completely unrelated to this part, it's like the drawings or whatever, but I had to set the game difficulty or whatever to gentle, because, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna, like, I don't know, give me the benefit of the doubt, and it's super hard to aim at the little, I hated the class trials, there were so many of them, and it's super hard to aim, like, to shoot at the little thingies, it's on the Switch, like, the little aimbot or whatever, it sucks, so I had to set it to gentle, and I'm kind of embarrassed by that, and I'm losing my coins, but, there's another class trial, bro, I don't know if I can make it through that one. These are the nasty backgrounds I was talking about. I hate them. I don't know. There's just something off about them. And honestly, I was going to do like that little hack thing where it's like, you like put like a color on top of everything. And like you set it to like an opacity layer or whatever. And it makes everything look better. But I was too lazy doing it. I don't feel like it. But I don't know. Also, I feel like cut me some slack. Like, there are so many... I had to kind of like tell the full story in like one little panel or whatever. So I feel like that's why it's kind of incohesive. And I feel like if I would have done more, I was not going to do more. But if I would have, it would have looked better. So, I mean... Okay, this next one, can you guess what it is? It's Naked Mappa again. Okay, so I was gonna do this one, and I was like, I feel like it's kind of more similar to my actual style, because I don't know if I'm like delusional or like seeing things, but in the style, like the normal art style, where like the more whatever, I feel like I see a flat brush in there, and the flat brush, oh my god, me and my flat brush, bro. Oh, okay, it's like my brush of choice, basically. So I was like, oh, this is easy, you know. It was not easy. Basically, with this one I was going to leave behind. I was going to I just I literally went back in today and finished it because I had to move on to another one. So I left it unfinished for a while. I'll tell you what. Okay, so for this one I also decided to do different designs for them. So they have like, they're in college, but I decided to do their designs from like when they were in high school. For some reason, I guess I decided to make it harder for me. So I was purposely avoiding talking about like so in Danganronpa, everyone has like a talent or whatever to like be in the school, where it's like they're like the best of like the best. So I was purposely avoiding not talking about that in the first one because so for Red, honestly, I kind of struggled to like give them a talent, and I'm like does that say something about me and like my character writing skills? But I feel like I think it's fine because my characters aren't like written to have something that they're the best at, you know. So for Red, I was gonna give him the title of like ultimate rich kid, I guess, because I was like, that's fine, like there's already, or like the ultimate rich kid heir or whatever, because I was like, oh, in the original Byakuya isn't the heir, he's like the affluent progeny or whatever that word is. And then I watched the anime and they call it an heir. They call him an heir. So I was like, whatever. I'm keeping him as a rich, because he's a little rich kid. He's got rich parents, basically. But yeah. So that's what he is. For Silas, though, oh my god, I hated designing him. I couldn't get it right, and I hated all of them. Honestly, for a while, Silas was gonna be like, I was gonna give him, like the ultimate playboy or whatever, but he's not a playboy. Like he might look like one, but he's not. He's not a player, basically. And I hated his clothes, so I was like, it fits that if he can like not wear clothes, if he's like a playboy, like if he's just shirtless, you know. But I still don't know what he's gonna be. I still don't, to this day. I still don't. Like, I'm pretty sure I had like come up with something like in the shower or something, but I cannot remember. So for right now, he's just like the ultimate cocksucker or whatever. I don't care. It also doesn't help that I think he looks really ugly in this one. And I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, Red, he looks cute. He looks nice and cute. But there's something about Silas. I don't know what's wrong with him. Oh my god. I'm literally still trying to come up with a talent for him because I can't. It's also like, does it really say something about the fact that he has nothing that I can give him? Like, no, like he fights, but it's like he's not the ultimate fighter because he's like not even level 1. He's a loser. Here we're also kind of nearing where I had to leave for a while, because honestly I feel like the shading style is a bit like, honestly, I'm being so real right now, that I thought it was gonna be easy because I was like, oh, our shading style is pretty similar. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of realistic, theirs, and so I was like, oh, okay, but I just couldn't get the vibe right, you know. Like, I was trying to do it the way I shade skin and stuff. So this, like, here, this is where I had to leave it, the hair. Ugh! But I came back though. Don't worry. So I guess the time off made me realize that the head was huge. His head was huge, and I was the way that you saw it before. I was gonna leave it. I wasn't gonna shade the clothes. I wasn't gonna fix anything. I was just gonna like be like, okay, this is it. And I was fully prepared to say that I wasn't gonna finish it, but I was like, whatever. So the clothes, I began shading the clothes. They're a way of shading clothes. I didn't shade my clothes, so you can't really compare it. Go to my Instagram. I have like one post up if you really care that much to see how much I share how much I shade clothes. I feel like I didn't quite get it. I just, it's because I went in with red. I went in with a certain mindset, and with stylus, I kind of fixed it a little bit. The shirt, Silas's little mid shirt or undershirt, I think I did really good on that. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm honestly really glad that I went back and fixed, like, made it a little bit better, made it a little bit more accurate. Because honestly, I really I don't want to go as far as to say that it's very accurate to the style, but I think it's the best that I could have done. Oh, and it sucks because this is probably like the most similar to my actual style. Whatever. I'm proud. Whatever. Okay, this next art style is definitely, I want to say, lesser known. I don't know how well known it is, to be honest. But okay, so when I was a kid, when I was like 11, I was obsessed with Miraculous Ladybug. I was so obsessed. And I know it's a big thing now, but I'm gonna pull the dick move and say that I was on that before everyone else was. And I have the right to say that because I used to have, it was so stupid, I used to have an iFunny fan account or whatever, where I would like repost like fan art of it, and I would get bullied. On there. People would be like, isn't this a kid show? I was a kid. Oh my god, I was actually a kid when I discovered it. But I was super obsessed with it. I was like, I knew everything about it, basically, whatever. So before, like, the original plan was for it to be like an anime or like an animation thing with a completely different style. So that's what I picked for this one, because I think, okay, the style is so, so while I was like not researching, but when I was like looking up material for like styles, because there's nothing, there's one little like music video, like an MV of like the whatever, and that's it. That's actually it. There's like no screenshots of the show. There's like nothing. So I went and rewatched it. Oh my god, it was so nostalgic. I love it. Okay, I basically rewatched like six times in a row. But okay, so I think in the original, the premise is obviously different. Oh well, I know people know about Felix, like, originally or whatever. So the premise is different, where I do not know where I heard it from, but I think Cat Noir was like cursed, and he had to get like a kiss from Ladybug, and so that's why he was like after her. And that's also like, romance is like also a big thing in like the one that is out now. But these two, they're very much platonic. Like, they're just buddies. So I was like, how am I gonna do this? Like, how, I don't know if it's like that important. So I kind of just grabbed it. I kind of just grabbed all of it. So they're kind of just like partners or whatever. And I didn't know who I wanted to be Ladybug and who I wanted to be Cat Noir, because obviously it fits that Red would be Ladybug because Ladybug's red and he's red. But I felt like, so his like color palette and his shades of red are different, and I guess I could have made them like a different red, but I feel like it was too much. Like, it was too much red, so I guess I just like made him Cat Noir for some reason. But it does fit, because like Black Cat's like bad luck and he's always getting injured or whatever, so I guess I kind of like made that part of it. And also, yes, I do realize that this is basically the same pose that I had them in for the Soul Eater one, but I don't know. I don't know. I suck at drawing poses. I wanted it for the Soul Eater. I wanted to do a cool Soul Eater pose, but I just couldn't. I feel like doing this style was, I can't remember why I picked this one, to be honest. I can't remember how I even thought of it, because I don't really follow Miraculous Ladybug anymore. I think like the last season I watched was like the 5th. I don't know. You know how it's like split in two? I don't know. Yeah, I was super obsessed with this show though. Honestly, I really like I'm kind of hope, but they most likely won't, but if they came out with like this edition, this version of it, I would totally watch that, because it's like for sure a darker version of it. And honestly, the what's it called, the visuals are insane. They're so pretty. Honestly, watch the MV if you haven't. I'm honestly, after this, I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's so good. I feel like I haven't talked about the actual drawing for like this whole time. Yeah, like I said, this one, like the line art ones, I had to thin it out. Honestly, I feel like this line art, I don't know if this style is thinner than the Soul Eater one, but this one I made it a lot thinner, and I'm kind of proud of it, honestly. Also, I made Red super skinny. I made him super skinny because they made Cat Noir, they gave him no waist. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but like throughout the whole drawing, I continuously, just like continuously, is that the right word? I constantly made him like skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. I don't know, because I just wanted like that shape that I honestly, I feel like I don't know if I can really gauge how accurate this one is to like the original style, because there's so little to go off of, you know. And like as a viewer, when I watch other people's art style challenges, you basically, like, whether you want to or not, you can tell how accurate it is from the original. Like if you're familiar with the art style, you can differentiate and be like, oh, you got this right, but this is wrong. So I'm like saying, also, since there's like not many references and it's not very well known, I don't know if I myself can say, oh, I think this looks like it, you know? Like, does that make sense? I also struggled with Silas's ladybug outfit for a while. At the beginning, I did not know, like, I could not figure out what to give him. And so, but I think it's fine. Because I was like, I have to find something that also, like, suits him and that he would willingly wear. Also, thank the Lord that the shading style for this is super simple. Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure all I did was like a multiply layer, except for Red. I guess I actually picked a color, but for Silas, I'm pretty sure I just used a multiply layer. Oh, these are so bad. I was honestly so over at this point. I just wanted to get it done. I ended up fixing it. Oh, thankfully, bro. It's not much better, but it's better than what I had before. That thing was so disgusting. I don't know if I should do an outro or not. But this was fun. If this gets any attention at all and people want me to, I might do another part 2 and actually finish the 10 that I was supposed to. I might also just do it for fun, because this was fun.